Hi there, it's the 5th of August. Now, we have a carnage going on. Obviously, the green channel was broken and it tried to break back in, but failed miserably last week. And now, overnight, you may say it's because of the Middle East tensions, this and that, but I think ES was giving the signal this by failing to break back into the green. The pullback didn't stop at that red bottom band, so we can remove that red. And I think the last man standing it's here is not the last man standing, is actually way down. That we have the next support coming in. The golden bottom band is for the formation of a really large uptrend, right? This is the low of 2022 and we broke out of the purple bull flag and back tested it. We can see, yeah, if you can recall, the long-term members know this. We broke out, back tested, and then we broke that golden resistance, came back for a back test, and then it rallied to new all-time highs. And it was, it was at some point we were putting a new all-time high every single day, every single week. Now that is over, and then the correction has clearly started. There was a downtrend here, right? There was a kind of a bull flag potential here, which I mentioned last week. But I think that bottom band is also gone now. So if you look at it, something like this, that was kind of a bull flag potential, but then that was also gone. So I was hoping really for a um, calm summer, but actually it turned out to be a really, really bloody summer. Now we have the volatility picking up. I don't think a definitive bottom is near. We now have to watch the rips or the bounces and then maybe formation. Sometimes we have really, obviously, when the bear market starts or a big correction starts, we will have on the way, we will have very big rallies, 1 or 2 days rallies. And I think it's time to sell those rallies. I think we have to look into shorts from here, and every single time, maybe some of them will form bear flags. We'll take the form of bear flags, and we will start having to start watching those bear flag formations and short the rallies until it gets to that golden bottom band. And if this golden bottom band holds, we rally to 6,000. So this is now a big correction, the start of a correction. Everything is falling apart. At least that's how it feels. The red bottom band is broken. You remember this green channel that was broken and back tested, and we failed to break back in after the FOMC. That was very, very fakey stuff. And as soon as it failed to break back in, it was already a failed. It became a failed formation, which triggered this sell-off. So now we have the same channel, just like this is the SPX cash, and it's coming towards, it will probably come towards this red bottom band. It's that golden one I mentioned. Was it golden colored? Yes. So on the SPX cash, I put it red. I think we should switch to the golden to keep the same color coding. So that golden bottom band is going to be our target. This is now way down. That's why I'm saying now we have to start shorting this market. This golden support rail is broken as well, or this zone. So it's clear that bears have the upper hand now. Dow Jones failed. I mean, it hasn't really failed. Just a second. It failed to bounce. I mean, it didn't bounce off this purple support. Initially, it bounced, but now it became a waterfall. The green bottom band is now the next potential support. That one on the Dow Jones Cash is broken. So I'm going to come to that in a minute. So that purple top band is broken. It's the purple support, right? That internal support and that green bottom band may start a really big bounce. But I think eventually that's going to turn, even if it does, that's going to turn into a bear market bounce, and then we should see more downside. And I can even argue, yeah, we can even say where it can bounce to. And if it does start to bounce, the this top band would be the next target and would be the next level to start shorting it, right there. Of course, we need to see the bounce first, but I'm not really advocating to buy the bounces anymore, because this is now a really big damage on every chart that we have. And Dow Jones Cash had broken the green, that green potential support on Dow Jones Cash after the reversal at that red top band. I was thinking maybe we'll go and break that red top band. That didn't happen. This golden support is broken. We can remove that from the picture. Now, this green bottom band, this green one is different than the continuous futures green. That one, the green top band, is from the high of December last year, but on the Dow Jones Cash, that green top band is from the highs of 23, somewhere in the Q1 23, which means if that green bottom band on the futures doesn't hold, and there is a good chance that it won't, I think the Dow Jones Cash is telling us a truth, which delivered the red top band reversal. It's forcing this green internal support, and I think it's going to come down to that purple plus green. And then I think if it comes down, of course it's not going to come down straight to that purple support. Ideally, it breaks the green, comes up for a back test, and then comes down to that green plus purple double support. And for that, it's the level, and I can even give you a target date, which is the end of second week of September. So until that day, I think we're going to go down, up, down, but mostly down. And then by the second week of September, we may put in a major low at that purple plus green double support, potential double support. Natural gas continuous chart did the same thing. That green support was broken. The backtest failed to break back above it. The golden bottom band is broken. So the real support and major support, if it wants to get there and if it really does hold, is this red bottom band. The red channel, or the red trend, potential uptrend, has started in the October of 22. This is the low of October 23. 1 year before that, we had on the NASDAQ October 22. So it's almost 2 years, like nearly 2 years we've been climbing. And it rallied. We had the bull flag here, tested that October 23. We rallied, formed the green uptrend, and then broke it and back tested. And that's why I think the next major target plus the next major support would be the red bottom band when and if it gets there. This is NASDAQ Cash. I'd even remove that green broken channel. The golden bottom band didn't hold. We can remove that also. So it is now at the red internal support, almost there, or even touched it, or maybe is about to touch it. And I think ultimately that blue-red bottom band we will touch, and then it is going to start a big rally again towards the new all-time highs if that red bottom band holds. Okay, so we have to watch very carefully this red channel. This is obviously a very sudden deep correction, and if we get it right, it also gives us an opportunity to buy those dips. And we are back. I mean, if you look at it, we are back at the quarter two. So we're back at, let me show you. This is the 23rd of April, 2024. We are almost there, April lows. We're almost at the April lows. So all of those months of climbing, we already lost all of these from April, well, May, June, July, August. So 4 months of rally is lost in about what, 2 weeks, 3 weeks. And I think that red bottom band is the last man standing, or is our only chance to form a major uptrend from the lows of 2022. Russell got completely crushed, and that blue support didn't even try to stop this selling. This was the inflation data spike. All of it has been erased. This is an insanely volatile market. The red support didn't hold. Now the golden bottom band, so the green one obviously is also broken, right? We can remove that green bottom band, so that didn't become a channel. The golden internal support right here is holding at the moment, but I think ultimately, if it wants to start to rally back to 2300, it will have to get to the golden bottom band, and then from there we may still target that blue top band. So I don't think anything is finished. I don't think the bull market is finished yet, but this correction feels very brutal, including for FTSE. Look at this. That red resistance was broken at 8,050. That purple bull flag was broken. The green top band held, and we came back for a backtest. Now every single one of those supports, the purple, the green, even the green one. So if you look at the purple, that is already broken. So I'm going to remove that. But this bull flag has been broken to the downside. And not only that, this red broken resistance is also cleared. This is very, very bad action, really ugly action, because this was the high of 2018. This is the high of 23, high of 24. We broke it. We went to 8,500, came back down, back tested it, but it's that this market is failing to hold that red support, which is again horrible. Now DAX had broken that blue plus golden double support, and that was already, which I mentioned a few times. If it does that, we will see more downside. The red bull flag failed big time, and it dropped from 18,000 towards, almost 1,000 points. Okay. Now this green line may turn into a support, so we will have to watch that one very carefully. It's going to get there. And if this green support holds, green line actually becomes a support. It's not a support yet. As a level, it would be just below 17,000 euros. French index gave us the signal that golden support was broken. The red bear flag was broken and back tested. And ultimately, that purple resistance, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 touches, failed to break through it. And then it back tested the red, broke down that blue bottom band, and now maybe, just maybe, this purple channel is going to turn into a bull flag, and recovery will start. We don't know that yet, but even if the recovery starts, is it going to go beyond that golden and blue resistance levels? The damage is huge. The damage is quite something on the French index. TLT is the leader. I've given you this TLT at 87, then at 89. At the break of the golden bull flag, two back tests, that red support held together with the golden. We rallied. The blue resistance is cleared. I've been bullish bonds since October 23, and yes, it took time, but now obviously it is now getting closer to that green top band, which is potentially a major resistance. The ZN, the 10-year Treasury note, had bounced off the red bottom band back in 23rd of October 23. That's when I said buy rates, and buy bonds and sell rates. The green bull flag is broken, was broken. We had a bull flag here, kind of a 6 months blue bull flag. Then the purple resistance is broken. This was a very clear bullish breakout, very clear. And from there, you can see it is ripping. But there is a big but. And that is this one here. So this may always turn into a large bear flag, or at least start a correction. Okay, so I'm going to now put that in blue color and see whether that gets tested or not, or if it gets tested, if it stops there. Oil is selling big time, right? Obviously, I removed the failed bull flag, the blue bull flag, but I gave you the short entry at 79.80. And from that 79.80, it's already down $7-8. So that's 10% drop already. Now, are we going to find a low very soon? My prediction, so because we are at a new low and the golden support rail may be the next major support, but there is also a chance to start something like this if that golden bottom band holds, or this. Okay, let me show you. Independent from that golden, we may see a bull flag, a really large bull flag from the highs of April. So I'm going to now be careful here. So this is where that trend started, right? And it's already making new lows. So I'm going to now put that one there. Okay. And I'm going to put the blue one. Okay. So if this turns into a bull flag and the blue bottom band holds, and of course, if the blue bottom band holds, we may see a bull flag formation. So I think the downside is not so much anymore. And the golden resistance obviously delivered a perfect reversal. And since the bear flag, this red bear flag breakdown, Brent oil, I mean oil in general, this is US oil, everything was bearish still. And if this blue bottom band holds, and I'm going to give you a level for that on the US oil in the current contract, it would be something like 70 or just over $70. On Brent oil, it has not only, we reversed at the blue resistance, right? Before that, we broke down that red bear flag. It came down, it kind of back tested the breakdown level. It stayed below that blue resistance and it broke down this golden bear flag. Again, I've marked that many times. I said if this bear flag breaks, I think we'll see more downside. This purple downtrend is broken to the downside. So that is very, very bearish. What can help oil or Brent oil is this blue support rail from the lows of 21. You can see here, lows of 23. So this blue support rail has to be holding for oil to start becoming a bit more constructive. If this blue support rail breaks as well, then I think we have more downside. Natural gas making new lows. That is not a surprise at all because on the September contract, I already shown you that red bottom band initially it held, but then it broke down. I'm still targeting 1.3 by end of September, 1.3. This is gold, and gold getting crushed. It didn't get to a new all-time high. It's getting crushed. And is it going to bounce off that red bottom band? It had already broken that green bull flag, but is it going to bounce off the red and rally? That is the question. That red bottom band is at 23.73 or so, 73, yes. And silver completely annihilated, decimated. Look at this. This green channel was the last chance and it held initially, and that's why I bought it. But with this breakdown, I'm stopped out of that long. It's a shame, of course. It was looking really good, but I think this resistance level couldn't be broken back to the upside, and it is now selling. And well, quite honestly, I don't see much of a hope for silver at the moment because of this broken green channel. And we may now, I'm going to know that this is going to be another potential uptrend, and that is going to be from the lows of, yeah, I'm going to now put that golden color, right? An uptrend from the lows of, let me show you that. This is the lows of 22, okay? So rallied, came back down, it rallied, and it's coming down again. And I would love to, of course, see a bottom out on silver to really buy big silver miners, silver anything. But it is dragging its feet. Many call this manipulation. I don't buy that for a minute. I mean, it got to 33, and it just failed to follow through. Now the blue plus golden double support is coming our way, and I think silver is going to sell to that level. And I can argue that the backtest of the blue broken resistance, that is from the highs of 2011. You can see if it comes to that blue support or potential broken resistance becomes a support, and if we see a bounce off that golden plus blue, right? The level is there at 25, just over $25. That is going to be the only savior. You can see platinum is now getting very close to the 900 level, and it has broken back into it's really nasty action. I had mentioned that red top band together with the blue so many times. Yeah, that blue double resistance. So that blue support became a resistance, and the red top band became a resistance. So that was a double resistance here, and it couldn't break up, and now it's come down to a new low. Only and only a break out of this red bull flag can look positive. At the moment, every single metal is getting annihilated. Copper, wow, what a drop. I was hoping for this red plus blue double support. Be careful what you wish for, right? We are now at that red plus blue double support. It is at 392, 393. I've been saying it, 392, 393. Is it now? This is the moment of truth for this double support, that blue plus red double support. If this blue support breaks, that is going to be horrible for copper. It's going to be really, really bad. And the reason is quite clear. This is the low of 22. Rally, came back down without making a new low. It rallied to the purple major resistance at 500, right? That 500, 510, which again, when it got there, I started warning you about the limited upside for copper. Okay, and that 1, 2, 3, 4 touch resistance on that purple top band, it is holding. It held, and now we're going to see whether this blue support can hold. Okay, so we are at a precipice for silver, and if it does break this, then I don't think there's much hope for copper, not silver, copper. So it is right there. Okay, now we have euro. That is like, I can't figure that out. I mean, US dollar is crushing Aussie dollar and of course Kiwi and even pound sterling, but euro is so strong, and it has now broken out of the green resistance. This is the high of 21. This is the high of 23, end of 23. This is high of 24. And this is now the breakout 24, right? This is a giant breakout. I don't think euro is going to come back from this. Just one more thing here, right? Just one more thing. is it going to break this blue resistance as well? Okay, so I'm now going to make it as perfect as possible, as precise as possible, and then we'll see whether it does hold, and if it does not hold, then it is over. It is really game over. So that blue resistance may turn, may hold. This blue line may hold, and then of course after that it may even be broken. Pound sterling, again, that it broke down that red channel, and it is now that red. You can see that golden major resistance from the highs of 2007, 8. That is 15-year resistance, and it hasn't been broken yet. I would love to see it broken. Then I would love to buy pound sterling with that breakout. But instead, it's still trying to break that red, and it's failing to break out of this green. So this is kind of a very critical area. US dollar Japanese yen is toast properly. This red channel is broken. The blue support broken. The golden resistance or golden uptrend was broken. And now it has come down. It is unwinding. Your Japanese yen strength is coming. People say carry trade is over, and that's why the market is crashing. I don't know. There's all sorts of theories around this, but yeah, that green, you can see that green resistance held 1, 2, 3. Came down, golden support was broken. I was thinking probably it's going to backtest and then it will come down, but now it hasn't really. It's dropping like a rock. DXY, oh, look at that. This is horrible for US dollar. Now this red bull flag broken to the downside, of course, with US dollar, Japanese yen, and with euro. Aussie dollar is looking terrible, of course, because it couldn't break out of the blue, and ultimately maybe this blue bottom band is going to be tested again. And Kiwi, it's still trying, but of course it has to break this golden resistance for me to be interested in Kiwi. US dollar CAD has already broken it. Okay, now we have coffee. 223 is coming our way, and I think that purple bottom band, you can see there is a down gap, and I think there is this down gap is going to get filled at 223, and then coffee is going to start to rally one more time. That purple bottom band is here. It's getting tested. 223. Watch that one. Wheat had broken that veg after bouncing off that green support. This veg is now getting back tested. But what is holding wheat? I mentioned on the September contract last week, this green top band is going to become a resistance, and that's exactly what happened. Exactly. That green top band. I said if that green top band holds, that bear breakout is going to fail. It had already failed by not really engaging at the blue bottom band. That blue bottom band is broken anyway. And soybeans is now still testing that black support. It's inside the blue downtrend. It has broken the red. It has broken the green, which is why I don't see much of a hope for soybeans, because some serious supports have been broken. And this is September contract. Maybe that blue line may turn into a major support, and then it becomes kind of a veg. You can see here a really large veg. And corn still very depressed. Is it going to sell off all the way to 320? Not sure. But if you look at this one, the red channel, downwards channel, is broken to the downside and got back tested, which is why still corn is bearish. There is a chance for the green bottom band to hold for cocoa, but it's a very sloppy channel. I wouldn't really bet on it. But either way, this golden major broken resistance is getting back tested, so I think we may see more upside for cocoa. And sugar looking horrible now, really bad, because that blue channel was broken, tried to break back in, but it's now well below 18. And I think this golden support is broken. This red diagonal support is broken, and yeah, it looks bad. And of course, that sugar October contract, this is a breakdown as well. That's why I think sugar is a sell, and cotton, no hope for cotton. All right, now let's talk about obviously Bitcoin. That black bottom band at 58K. I mentioned about the red bull flag. So the red bull flag, let me repeat myself here. That red bull flag was a part of this arc. First touch in 2014, second touch 2018, third touch 2021. This is also a touch in 2022, touch of 24, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So many touches. So I'm going to go back to the daily chart. Many, many, many times I had trying to warn you that the only way Bitcoin can rally would be by breaking this red bull flag. Instead, the red bull flag has been broken to the downside. This is why you have to at least have fire stops, okay? Because this year is down 11%. The black channel is gone, and I think it's game over for Bitcoin for quite some time, okay? This is really, really bad action, horrible action for Bitcoin. And moreover, Ethereum failed. Like again, I try to warn a lot of people all the time. I said that golden bottom band may still get tested so that we can buy the bounce. But look at this. Look at this red support, which held 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times. It initially broke down this green channel, right? Then it broke down the blue support, then the red bear flag. All of these were warnings. If you were taking my warnings seriously, you should have put at least some stops on your longs. And now the golden bull flag broken to the downside. Months and months of rally has been erased since June. Yeah, really easily. But this is, of course, not so easy. This is blood. This is stops getting hit. So let's have a look now. Wait a second. Let me talk about Bitcoin first, where the next support can be. Hard to say, really. We need to watch the downwards action because I don't think there is much support on the like a visible support. So I'm going to put this here. Right, this, no, it's not really. Of course, that one was a. 1 second. I'm going to now talk about maybe this one. I mean, there's so much downside, in my opinion. There's going to be a big downside. You can see it's coming down. It could even get to 35,000. And let me show you here what I think is gonna happen. This golden bottom band, this is the COVID crash, obviously, but this golden bottom band may get tested, and the level for that would be around 25,000, 30,000. But it's a big drop that is coming on everywhere. Even CAS is not immune to it. I thought CAS is breaking out, failed big time. This green bull flag failure, it's really bad. Now the red bottom band is the hope, but I wouldn't really hold my breath. And OM failed the bull flag. Jasmine is down 25%. Wow. When Bitcoin coughs, many people kept telling, oh, altcoins are going to come back and they're going to do better than Bitcoin. That's, my answer to that is my ass. I've been telling you this for a really long time. There is no rally without Bitcoin. There is nothing without Bitcoin. Okay? Yes, many people were dreaming about it, that some of the altcoins are going to replace Bitcoin. No, there is no such thing. And now, again, I'm going to say it again. Most of these coins have no intrinsic value whatsoever. Speculation, yes, but do not believe that some of them are going to make it to $1 million or something, or they're going to make you rich, just like some Bitcoin holders had. And some of them are broke today because they kept on not buying. When it happened in 2018, 2021, they lost everything. So speculation it is, but not really. I can't be really saying, oh yeah, buy and hold this, you're going to become like 1,000 times richer. I don't think that's going to happen. So this green support is broken by PAL. It failed to break out of the purple bull flag. This green support, triangle support, diagonal support is broken. And the last chance for PAL is that purple bottom band, clearly. And Pepe is down to 21%. And it's broken back into the green broken bull flag. The black bottom band is not holding. Everything is crumbling right now. This is a bloodbath. And, again, I said Pepe, maybe just Pepe may do that, okay? Solana is down 15% without going all the way to 200. Ultimately, that red resistance was broken, and now that's broken back in. It's completely, this market is completely broken now, okay? Until we see something definitive, I would stay away from every coin out there, okay? So Solana just may have an option here. It looks like a promising bull flag, and it just got tested. But yeah, let's see. Monero failed to get to the N180. That's bad. Aave, everything is failing. Even Aave back to the green, and it's now breaking to the downside. ACH, horrible, because ACH couldn't break that golden resistance. Instead, it has just broken this green support. And it's back testing the red again. If it breaks back in, that is game over for ACH. ADA looking terrible. Audio looking really terrible, right? That is looking bad. And audio has a chance to bounce off this blue bottom band, but we'll see. BNB failed to break out, and now is it going to break this red uptrend as well? Is it going to break it down? Very, very possible. Chile's, every single one of them. It's a sea of red. It's a sea of blood. CKB, bad, bad, bad. Coti, Dash, dogecoin. Wow. It tried to break back into, so I'm going to now put it on the daily. What's happening here? What happened to my red uptrend? Something is off. Something is off, but I'm going to make it work. Yeah, this red channel, it tried to break back into the red and failed miserably. Yeah, that dogecoin, right, has broken down that red channel, and it tried to break back into that red channel, but failed really badly. You can see that's the back test. Now everything is crumbling. So this is very, very bearish for dogecoin. Anything else? It's just, there is nothing out there for me to say, oh, you can buy this. And Ripple failed, of course, to break out. That was like a 1, 2, 3, 4 touches resistance, and it didn't hold, and it held, and it couldn't be broken to the upside. Everything else is a red, red, red. I don't see any hope for any of these. So I'm just going to cut it here. It's already 40 minutes long. Okay, take care, guys. Bye.